Thank you so much for tuning in. You are just in time to catch us here on 3T TV, which is Thika's #1 online news channel, where as always we are telling the Thika story as it is. My name is Juliet Mogoni, and today I would like us to have a conversation and a recap of how the year has been here at Thika Town today and 3T TV. We have really enjoyed your patronage, and we have much more in store coming next year, but we want to have a conversation and see how things have been, and you also tell us what else you'd want to hear from us come next year. So that means if you have not subscribed to this wonderful channel, that is 3T TV, and you are watching me, kindly subscribe. There's a button that is at the bottom of your screen. Hit it so that you do not get to miss any time we put up new content. And today on set I am joined by a gentleman who we all know and love, and he's in charge of ensuring that things at Thika Town today and 3T TV go on smoothly, and we're going to be having this conversation with you. Jemo.
Hello.
Mambo.
Awesome.
Thank you for joining me on set today.
Welcome.
We appreciate the work that you do, and ensuring that the videos go up on time and they are edited very well. Now we've had a very busy year, by the way, as a Thika Town today and 3T TV. We started before we even got to the elections, where it got very busy. We used to have conversations with quite a number of people. We had segments where we were called upon, and you being the chief admin, you used to get requests for people who wanted school fees paid for their children. So we visited quite a number of them. Probably you take us through a few that you can remember, beneficiaries, so to speak.
Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity. And first and foremost, I thank each and every person who follows Thika Town today and 3T TV. I really appreciate what your support and your following, because that is what keeps us moving. I also would like to take this opportunity for thanking everyone who has supported us in all these missions that we have been carrying along throughout the year. To answer your question, you asked about some of the key notable assistance that we have given out throughout the year 2022, and I can remember there are so many, but we can't fail to mention a few. Among the first ones was one that we had a girl in Kiandutu who had been sent home for 2 months, I think 3 months. I can't really, I think her name was somebody Hannah. She was in a school in Muranga that is Gatanga Girls, and she was to move to Form 3, but she didn't go because of school fees balances. When we had that case, I'm happy people came in, and she was able to get her fees cleared. First we had somebody who cleared the arrears, and then somebody else picked up and cleared the Form 3 fees, of which we are very happy. The girl is now in Form 4.
Awesome.
We also had another case, this time three major cases. One boy was had been selected to join Chania Boys. The name is Keo, I think somebody.
Yes, Keo.
Kisi Estate.
Yes, from Thika Barracks Primary School.
The boy had scored so well, but they had no hope. The mother is just the ones we call Mama Fua, and they had lost hope, and we are able to follow the case, and his fees was cleared, and he was able to join Chania Boys. And this time, I remember I got his results. I think sometimes last week. The boy is doing so well. At the moment, he is at a B, and I believe very soon he will be working so well. We also had another case of a girl from Keganjo. I can't really recall the name. She was to join Githunguri, I think Githunguri girl or something, in Kiambu. Her case was that she only had a sweater. That is the only thing that the mother could afford, to buy a sweater, and it is, in fact, it is not a school sweater. It is a mtumba jumper. As long as it was green, according to the school uniform. That is the only thing that the mother could afford. She had no any other thing, not even a box to carry those things. And I'm happy. After making an appeal to Thika residents, they came in and she was able to join school, and she got a full scholarship from Jain Shri Youth League in Thika, that is a branch of Visha Oshwa. And I am very pleased in the support that we have been getting from these people, because so far we have been able to raise more than 500,000 shillings from donations of people to help children go back to school, others to join school. And in the same year we had another case whereby we had a girl from Kenya Medical Training Institute, Kenya Medical Training College, that is in Thika. The lady was a final year student. She had been deferred twice. That is, every time she was to sit for the final exam, she was being deferred because of school fees arrears. When she came to us, we listened to her case, we followed up, and we made sure that it is genuine, because that is one of the core thing that we do, is to ensure that whatever case we present to the people of Thika, it is a genuine case. So once we were able to follow up with the institutions, and we found out she had a fee balance of 93,000, which was cleared by the same Jain Youth League, and she was able to sit for her final exam. And 2 weeks later she called me, and she had passed with flying colors.
Awesome.
So we are very happy, and in fact she was supposed to come to our end of year gala, but she was unable to make it. So those are some of the the cases that I can remember so far, but there are many. Over and above education, we have also covered medical, so many cases. We have also covered cases of people that is living in abject poverty. For instance, we had one case in Keganjo. I remember the lady was Priscilla Wambui. She had 4 kids. She was being thrown out of the house, and following our appeal, people came through, and I appreciate that one so much. And we were able to raise her rent. She was able even to take the kids to hospital. And in between the case, in the midst of that process, we were able to reach mature children's organization that came in and started helping this family, even with financial and medical assistance, of which we say, without the support of these people, without the support of our fans, our followers, I think we wouldn't have done that much. On average, we can say this year we have raised more than 1 million shillings in kind, because it is in form of food donations, clothing, in form of school fees, in form of medical bills. We have been able to raise more than 1 million shillings, and that one has been made possible by the fans and the people who follow and trust Thika Town today.
Awesome. Now, the issue of Priscilla, I'd like us to talk about it a little bit. It was a very, very sensitive issue, and I remember, by the way, you receive very many cases, by the way.
Yes.
Very many of them. So you have to do a lot of due diligence with the team. And I remember when we went there, me, it was a very, I think it was the hardest story that I did this year, actually. Not I think, I am certain. It was the hardest story I did this year, because when we got in there, the helplessness, the neighbors there who have been trying to help, but they can only do so much because the children were so many, and they are malnourished. And there you are, as a journalist, you need to report with a sober head. But then again, you're still human, because at the end of the day, you'll ask yourself, now you've reported, yes, how long will this help come? How does it feel now as Thika Town today, seeing to it that now Priscilla is out of danger, let us say that, and now her children are well taken care of? How does it feel?
It feels good, very satisfying, I can say. One, to get a case, maybe an appeal case that needs help, is one thing, but to see it through to the end is another case. And I can say, with partners that Thika Town today is now starting to grow, we are very happy by that. In most cases, that in each case we find to the end. At times we may not be able to report it because of the magnitude of the work that is on our table, and at times you find these cases keep on coming. So at times we may not go back to tell you that we did this and this, these were the results. But what I can say is that it is so satisfying to see a case that you start and then you find these are what we call in metaphor, that is a happy ending, that this person has gotten the legs to walk. It makes you feel so good.
Awesome. I cannot add anything else. Satisfaction it is, and we cannot thank you enough. You also who get cases and you report to us. Without you, we wouldn't be able to reach to people like Priscilla. Then now, as we moved towards the year, we also had partnerships with other different stakeholders. Wambui Kabita gave us a very awesome series on entrepreneurship. We also had Dr. Niha on board, who gave us a very good talk and a series, Matters Medical. We also had Peter Mwenda, who came in through and gave us a lot of legal advice, through which, by the way, we got, Peter Mwenda got to be contacted by people who needed to legal advice, and he helped them in one way or the other. We also spoke to a lady called Jacinta on matters gender-based violence, which is a very sensitive issue, and we had a wonderful conversation also with her. We may not be able to pinpoint and talk about everybody that we had conversations with, but we are forever grateful for everyone who we reach out to, and they come on board and they share the wealth of knowledge that they have with us, and we in return give it back to the people. We will forever remain indebted.
Now, to add on that, sorry to interject, is that in most of these cases you find the choice of guests that we bring on board is as a result of a concern that is in the society. Somebody is asking about something, somebody is asking about maybe a legal advice or some medical advice. That is when we source the information from the experts. So the experts are there, or when we bring these experts on board, it's on purpose to answer a particular question or a particular concern in the society, and especially from what our listeners keep on asking about us.
Sure. You definitely get very many requests from people. Then after that we got into the election mood. That is where we started now looking for the people who are vying, and we forever remain grateful and indebted to them. We had especially very many newbies, allow me to call them that, people who are vying for the first time and they're still young in this political game, and they were kind enough to grace the set and talk to us. How was that for you, especially during that the election period, and seeing to it that we are going to have objective conversations with these people?
For me, it was another very satisfying experience, considering that in most cases, those who follow us made their political choices out of knowledge and information. The reason why we started this Countdown 2022 was to enlighten our people, to present these people who are vying, and give them an opportunity to listen to them, to listen to their agenda, to listen to their manifesto, so that come election time, these people can be able to make an informed choice. And I believe most people did that. On the part of the political class, we gave them an opportunity to express themselves to their probable electorate, because in most cases we find these newbies, as you call them, they are just what we call in the common language here, hustlers. Hawana kakitu. So getting an opportunity to get into the mainstream media is a tall order. So we presented them with an opportunity to sell their ideas, to sell their agenda, in most cases free of charge, because some of them even had nothing, completely nothing. Even posters, wengine wanakuambia hata posters sina.
Kawanjiko.
Yes, I can remember that. He told me, this is my first poster, nimeweka leo.
Na unakumbuka aliweka na sellotape?
Yes. So having contributed to that feels so nice, and we believe come next election we'll have a bigger platform for these people, and the fan base will be bigger, because we believe, God willing, these people are following us, we are growing it day, and next election we believe programs like this will shape the politics of Thika and the politics of Kiambu and Kenya.
Awesome. Now, talking of the people who we now elected into office, this is my appeal. Kindly come on board. Let us have a conversation. Now you are in office. Tell us, what do you plan to do for this town? Because we already know now who is in office. Kindly come on board and let us know the plans that you have for this wonderful town that is Thika. Now, after that, then we went into the election year, and we also had an entertainment segment where we got to sit down with the DJs and MCs, musicians in this wonderful town. And of course, I usually have very memorable, I usually remember a lot the conversations that I had with Dinda and Selectress Gemma. I also spoke to Marik. By the way, my colleague spoke to Marik and many other who are shaping the entertainment industry here in Thika. And I'll forever remain indebted to them for accepting to come on board, and let us know who they are apart from their craft and exactly what it is that they do. After that is when now we started planning on the gala and awards dinner, which was something very different from what we have been having before. you being the man who spearheaded all that, please tell us, how did that come about? How did the idea come about?
Okay, before I go to the gala, I'll go back to the artist, the young artist that we have been featuring, and also the common program that we usually call Asoyeto. As we had told you at the beginning of the year that 3T is about Thika people. So the reason why we feature these people is to expose them to the world, is to expose them to their possible clients and expose them to their possible opportunities. So we keep on bringing these episodes, the Hasoyetu, Mtaani, whatever, and also this entertainment program, so as to give these people an opportunity. And I am very happy most of them, after a feature on 3T TV, they have been able to break through.
Sure.
Others have broken through into the mainstream media, which is a joy to us. When one person grows, that's a joy. That's why we are Thicarians. Thicarians are there for each other. Now, getting back to your question, the end of year gala, these are for the time we are holding an end of year party, and this time we decided to go it differently, because previously we have been having end of year parties. We just there, we make merry, we eat the goat, we just a normal end of year party. But we thought we need to be different, because we need to go to the next level, that is sweeping along everyone on board. And one of the main aim of Thika Town today is to bring the positive change through positive reporting and positive articulation of things. We thought there has been so much negativity and people feel nothing good is happening. But if you go down or you meditate along that line, you find that there is so much good happening around, and nobody is reporting. There are so many people who are doing so much for Thika residents. Nobody is talking about it. There is so much. Some of these civil servants or public servants are doing for Thika people, but nobody is taking time to say thank you for some good work, or some that is to appreciate the good work that they are doing. We sat down with the 3T team and we talked about it, and we saw we can make this year's fit to award those people who have served Thika so well. That is in public service and in the private sector. The reason is to encourage other people to do good. And if you listen to the whole episode, our chairman of Thika Town Today, chairman Mr. Wilson Delito, used to say, do more, do more, do more. That is our client call. We need to do more for the betterment of Thika people, for the better welfare of Thika people. We need to do more. So the gala was it was a stepping stone for culmination for bigger things to happen. I promise next year won't be the business as usual. Sure. Just as we are saying, do more, do more, do more. 3T is promising to do more, do more, do more. When it comes to identifying those people who are to be awarded, we identified some sectors, that is areas that we needed people to think about. One of them was organizations and companies that have given so much back to the society. Then there was the public sector, the organization and the individuals who have shown exemplary service, that is serving the people of Thika. We posed the question, we asked the people of Thika to nominate the people they thought needed to be awarded or deserved, let me use that word, the people they felt deserved to be awarded. They nominated their people, and funny enough, it's like they also almost the same way, because the people who are mentioned in almost all our platforms were the same people. The companies that were mentioned were almost the same. When it came to nomination, you find the percentage was so high for the same people. Apart from say for one or two people you find mentioned by one or two, but those who were awarded were nominated by Thika residents, and Thika residents were the ones who said they deserved to be awarded for exemplary services and for giving back to the society.
Awesome. Great. Wonderful, wonderful insights, and that is how we ended the year on a high note.
Yeah.
So, what should we expect from Thika Town today and 3T TV come next year?
Just as our chairman said, do more, do more, do more. We are going to give you more, and more and more. Greater things are ahead for 2023, God willing. We are looking towards so much partnerships for better welfare of Thika residents, and I promise you it will not be the same this year. Next year, that is, we are going to give more staff, more welfare, and more assistance for Thika Town today. Watch this space.
Oh, 3T TV, there's a lot in store. We're going to revive the shows that was there. There's a concern by someone on one of the WhatsApp groups that they said we've been a bit quiet, but it has been a shaky year, by the way. But come next year, we will revive the many different segments that we have and the shows, and we will also engage many more people. I'm seeing we are at 6.48 subscribers on YouTube. I'd urge you, the best support that you can give us is to subscribe there on YouTube. I know you probably watch this on Facebook or on WhatsApp, but what I am urging is that you go to YouTube and you subscribe, and there's a lot more coming up. And I want to thank each and every one of you who, when we meet in the streets and you tell me, you know what, we have seen you grow from when you started up until now, and you keep at it. I mean, I forever remain indebted to each and every one of you. And let's keep the communications channel moving and open. If you find anything that you feel we should report about and we should have a conversation about, our lines are open. Inbox, Facebook, on Twitter. You can talk to us on WhatsApp as well. And let us grow Thika.
To sum it up, I will say you are the people that keep us moving. Without you, we have no Thika Town today. Without you, we have no Thika. Without you, we have no media station. So keep pushing us. Keep letting us know what is happening, where you are. Call us, chat with us, so that we can be able to give you what you deserve.
I cannot wind this segment without thanking the management of Edgewood Country Place, because they have hosted us the whole year, and it's always open for us. We can go there any day, anytime. They do not give us any limitations. They have allowed us to, use the wonderful space that I have. Edgewood Country Place, thank you very much for always hosting us, because content creators will tell you finding a good location is quite a headache, because you want to find a place where it's quiet and the ambience is good. And you know what? Edgewood Country Place has offered us exactly that. we want to urge you also to, you know, continue liking. And of course, I cannot thank my cameraman enough, the gentleman who is behind this camera. You know, he always ensures that the set is awesome, the sound is great. I cannot thank Kevin Babs enough for always coming through and ensuring that I always look good on camera. Ubarikiwe sana, by the way. Na likes zenyu na comments zenyu, they are the ones that keep him going. Please subscribe to this channel, that is 3T TV on YouTube. That is all that I'm asking from you. If you give us that support, I mean, we will be able to move forward very well. So I have been your host, Juliet Mudhoni. Thank you so much for supporting us this whole year. Next year, we promise to bring you pleasantries that will, you know, warm your heart like never before. So keep it locked.
Same note, I would like to thank all those people who supported us for the end of year gala and awards that was happened on the 16th of December this year at Gymkhana Club Thika. Special thanks to Broadway Bakery and Bekex Millers, Cascade Institute of Hospitality, Cascade Kitchens, Tiwasco, Kenya Power, Half-Cake, and also Express Science and this GWTV who made sure that the event was streamed live. God bless you and thank you so much. We're also promising big things next year, and for the big things we promise, if you support us, we give you more content, more information. And as we wind up, I say we are ending the year 2022. Allow me to wish you a very prosperous 2023. And we are no longer in Merry Christmas. Have a prosperous 2023. Thank you.
Next year, we will come bearing pleasantries that will warm your heart like the sweetness of nyama choma. So keep it locked. Thank you.